Out of the apple, the story's done. The great thing about working at Naughty Dog is that we don't have to. It's always like, we would love another Last of Us, but if you guys feel like are passionate about something else, we'll support this other thing. Very privileged position to be in. I never take that for granted.
Well, gentlemen, you had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
So, at long last, I believe it is finally time we get to discuss a well-documented subject that I have talked about on this channel before, but now, after the Grounded 2 documentary and everything that has happened with that, we now clearly know it seems the path Naughty Dog is taking forward, the one that I've told you all was likely going to be the case, and that is their next title. If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Let me know what you think Naughty Dog's next game is going to be. If we go for 1,000 likes on this video, be sure the notification bell have it set to all. Join about that near 40% of people that are subscribed by hitting the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell, have it set to all. Join about the near 100,000 people that have all notifications on for the channel. And help us on the road to 400k, guys. We are almost there. Let's get straight into it. With Naughty Dog confirming multiple single-player projects in development, I've been telling you all for a while, I believe those games to be two things: The Last of Us Part 3 and a brand new IP. Neil Druckmann in the Grounded 2 documentary pretty much confirmed that Part 3 will inevitably happen, but it only stated as a concept at that point. But the interview, when he said that, was in 2023. So, Neil has a history of lying, and he has a history of fibbing, just to conceal things a bit. I believe The Last of Us Part 3 is further along than people think. I do believe, though, it is still some years away. Meaning, we are now almost 4+ years into the PlayStation 5 Lifecycle, and Naughty Dog has released nothing new. Just remakes, remasters, and ports. Nothing new. And there has been a long-standing discussion within the gaming community that Naughty Dog is working on a brand new IP. And now, especially with that context of the Grounded 2 documentary, and Neil had basically said when I played the intro that, hey, if you guys are passionate about something else, we're gonna do that. And it does appear, based on my interpretation and what I've seen, they are passionate about something else. And Neil Druckmann also stated The Last of Us Part 3 being one last chapter, the final chapter for Joel and Ellie's story, meaning you gotta have something in between that, and especially now knowing that the Last of Us multiplayer game was canceled, a new IP has been worked on for years now, guys. This has been something that has been worked on, I think, even before Part 2. The rumored name of it was Stray's Cross. And before anyone says, well, Dom, what if this other single-player project is Jak and Daxter on Uncharted? Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog have stated Uncharted's done. The breathstroke had its final breathstroke, it's done. If we do see another Uncharted, there's been rumors of a potential remake for the original Uncharted and a potential reboot. That will not be done by Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog may assist in it, but they are not developing anything with Uncharted. They're done with it. Jak and Daxter, sorry, they've been done with that for a long time, and I just sadly don't see that series come back, even though I personally would like to see it because it's my childhood, but they're done with that as well. So, what else could they do? A brand new IP. That's the only other thing that they can do. And going back to Stray's Cross. Now, this is something I've talked about on my channel, God, since I started covering The Last of Us and Naughty Dog. This has been rumored for such a long time that Naughty Dog's next title was codename Stray's Cross. Now, this image right here of Stray's Cross was, again, this has been around since 2019, for over 5+ years. This game has been worked on even before Part 2 releases, I just mentioned before. It's going to be a potential masterpiece, because, you know, a lot of people are sick of The Last of Us, and I understand. They have their burned out thing with it, so this is going to be your wish. All you people that are in my comments, I read them all. I read my comments, and I know a lot of people are not happy with how Last of Us 2 went, and they're ready for something new. So you get your wish with this. So Confidential information is the second project shown after the discussion of The Last of Us Part 2 release date at the recent Sony PlayStation meeting with Naughty Dog. During the meeting, a secondary team of Naughty Dog official revealed for the first time is work of a new original IP under development of the next generation of PlayStation to the Sony marketing managers. Final name of the new IP has not been decided yet, and the progress of the game is still far from being included. At the moment, the code name of the project is Stray's Cross. Stray's Cross will be an action/adventure game in first person with steampunk elements, and will have two protagonists: a former female scientist, talented scholar fascinated by space-time science. She discovers confidential documents that lead to her to discover a hidden truth much bigger than she could imagine, and a wanted criminal man, a former construction worker, unjustly arrested for protecting a wanted friend during a shooting against the police. The plot is about a secret conflict that lasted entire ages and how this will lead to the inevitable ruin of human society. And the story begins with a casual meeting of the two protagonists in completely different circumstances who will soon find themselves having to work together to get what they are looking for. And again, this is 5 years old, so even if it is legit, things could have changed. This is, just like I said, a potential idea what this could be based on this post. Along with all of that, in The Last of Us Part 1 Remake, Naughty Dog posted some interesting pictures in the game that looked like it could have potentially be showing images of this new IP. As you can see on screen here, it looks to be mystical, animals, people, eye-dropping backgrounds. Just an idea potentially what this could end up being. Could it be a hint of their new IP? It's very possible, because they've done this before. Like they had Last of Us posters in Uncharted. This is they like to do these little things, set up these little connecting dots. So let's be honest with ourselves. It's clearly evident a part 3 is coming, but all signs have pointed that it's still a ways off. And with now the multiplayer canceled and multiple single-player projects, we know this is going to be a single-player game. So I know people want part 3, and I do. I really want it. I really do. But I'm willing to wait, because I think a new IP, the potentiality of it is huge. Can Naughty Dog, in a way, salvage their reputation with a lot of people that hate part 2, that have said, screw The Last of Us, I'm done with Naughty Dog, da-da-da-da-da. But a new IP, could it bring those people back on board? That is something that I think they're very well aware of, that, yes, part 2, as much as people like it and as much as people hate it, it did alienate the fan base to some degree. There is still a lot more people that like the game than hate it, let's be honest. But there is a strong amount of people that want something new. And this is Naughty Dog's opportunity to do that, while at the same time making another Last of Us game on the side. Other rumors have said this game could be a fantasy sci-fi game in space. Maybe the Savage Starlight storyline from The Last of Us. That is personally one of my favorite ideas. Hey, if we're gonna make some new IP, let's do it based on the comic books in the Last of Us universe, the Savage Starlight. They've already kind of set up a lot with Dr. Daniela Starr and a lot of the world with that. So imagine they do that. I think that would be a really cool eye-opener, and I know a lot of people in my comments have told me that's a great idea. But between steampunk, fantasy, sci-fi, space, there's a number of possibilities. We've heard all these different ideas, but we don't have any concrete information. Naughty Dog has kept this new IP as close-knit, quiet as possible. That's the crazy thing. You know, Naughty Dog has a reputation for getting a lot of their stuff leaked. This has been the one thing I could say definitively that we don't know really a dang thing about, unless you count these things from like 5 years ago. The rest is just more speculation. And that's good. I want this game to be revealed when nobody expects it. I want to see it. I don't want to know a damn thing about it. And then have Naughty Dog reveal it. And just the reaction will be insane. It's going to be insane. I cannot wait for the day, because that day could be soon. There is a legitimate chance this could be revealed this year. Do not consider that out of the question. I think the game could be coming next year. I honestly think that. 2025 release for the new IP, and then potentially having part 3 probably around 2027, 2028. That I can see is realistic. But I don't know how much longer they plan to update The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. It's almost nearing that time, Naughty Dog, that we need to finally see this new IP. We need to see what you guys have been working on for 6-7 years now. This is potentially the game changer. This could be bigger than The Last of Us, and I know that's a bold statement out of me. I don't know if it will be, and I doubt it. But it's Naughty Dog. Anything's possible with this. Will they deliver? Or will it be a disappointment? I'm hoping it is a banger. Naughty Dog has not disappointed. Even people could say they didn't like Part 2. I thought Part 2 delivered. You could have issues with whoever you want with the story or whatever, but the game delivered. And you know, each Naughty Dog title tends to get a step up above the last. And considering this will be their first actual full-on PS5 release, that's not a remake or remaster, I expect something absolutely mind-blowing. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to do it for the video. Naughty Dog has a lot on its plate. I'm hoping we maybe get that reveal this year for this game. I'm thinking it's possible. Maybe at a showcase or a state of play. Hopefully something soon, because Naughty Dog, after the cancellation of factions and all the other stuff that happened last year, Remaster was decent. It was good. It's been a month since it came out, so let me know what you think of the remaster. Have you been playing it? Enjoying The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered? I sure am. No Return was awesome. Hopefully they continue to update that. And hey, maybe Naughty Dog can reconsider their multiplayer game, considering Helldivers 2. Look at how successful that is. Cough, cough. Let's find a way to get multiplayer back into the fold, right? We'll see. Alright guys, let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. Hope you guys do enjoy this. Drop a like and subscribe if you have not already. And I'll catch you guys in the next video soon. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.